I am now on the line with this beautiful killer rapper who's also a Grammy Award nominee. It's the one and only Raja Kumari.
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm great. I was just working on some music, so I just finished for the day, and I'm happy to be on the, talking to you.
And normally I would get the celebrities to talk about themselves in a normal way, but since we got Raja Kumari on the line, is it possible if I get you to rap about yourself? Any kind of information you want to throw out there? Go ahead.
Raja Kumari, I go harder than anybody. Daughter of the king, American dream. Fir bhi dil hai Hindustani. So don't misunderstand me. I do it for the people. Yes, I do it for my family. Mainly.
Boom! Like I feel like there's a different side of Raja Kumari when she starts rapping,
Yeah, definitely.
I read somewhere that you mentioned you had this vision of becoming a superstar, wanting to perform on stage in front of a sea of people when you were about 13 years old. Is that correct?
Yes, I had a vision of a memory of the future, I like to call it, because time is it's not linear, it's cyclical. So I think in a lot of ways it felt so real. It felt as real as the experiences, that I've had on stage now. So I definitely know
I can't imagine.
That was something that inspired me to move forward.
Do you find it surreal now that you're living that dream already? Do you have some days where you just wake up and you're like, oh my God, somebody pinched me. Is this real?
I think it's more interesting now, like in this coronavirus time period where everyone is kind of forced to sit still, because a lot of the things that I've accomplished, I never took the time to accept or enjoy that. So now that I'm kind of sitting still, I'm in awe of all the things, me and my team were able to accomplish last year. And it's so funny because I think everyone in 2019 was like, whatever, 2020 is my year. And it turned out that 2019 was such an incredible year for me as an artist. So I definitely have a lot of goals though. So for me, I don't think I've come close to what I want to accomplish.
Not yet, huh?
Not yet. Because for me, it's okay, India is one thing and the diaspora is one thing. And the goal is for an Indian artist to break the mainstream America. Everybody gets their chance to be number one. If you work hard in America, you all get your chance. There's always a moment. So I'm working for that moment.
I like how you also depict, you still bring in the Indian elements into all your music, including for your latest song, N.R.I. Let's talk about that. Yeah. Cultural duality, is that right?
Yes. It's really just about, not feeling like you belong in, any of the worlds that we have to straddle and really just making your own space. And it's so crazy because there's a show, Never Have I Ever. And there's literally a scene where she says, I feel too Indian, in America, and in India, I'm not Indian enough. And I was just the fact that Mindy would put a scene like that in there, it just means that, this is something that's been boiling over in the whole diaspora. And it's a feeling that everyone kind of relates to. And a lot of people have approached me and said, I'm not Indian, but I relate to this song. So, I'm glad that people don't feel alienated, because I didn't mean to alienate. I just wanted to speak for myself very authentically.
And what's coming in this year? Are we seeing more songs from you coming soon?
So much. Right before, everything, right before this, I completed my album, my third album. It's called The Bridge, and it's kind of bridging ancient to modern, east to west, and from us to God. I think music is the bridge between us and God. So for me, it's just kind of like an offering, and this one is a little bit more about healing, and it's just dealing with a couple different things and kind of addressing very personal things on the album. I think I speak very much from my own story, and the lyrics are a lot more personal this time. So if you're a fan of me and my journey, I think you'll relate to a lot more of the things I'm saying. But I'm excited to put it out, and I'm actually up for the challenge right now of creating visuals during the quarantine, because it's kind of, I have to kind of go back to my roots and my basics. So I've been working with Sean Thomas, who did my original videos for Come Up and City Slums. And, we really came up together and really made something from nothing in the beginning. And it's kind of full circle to be back here in Los Angeles. I didn't end up staying in India for the quarantine. I'm here, and I'm, close and able to work with Sean. So I'm excited to see, what we're going to do.
Can't wait to see what is in store for all of us this year. And speaking of the quarantine, what have you been keeping yourself busy with besides music?
Besides music, I've been catching up on all the documentaries I've been missing. So all the new Ancient Aliens,
Oh, wow.
I definitely have been, I've actually been watching Telugu films, which is the language that I speak, my mother tongue. I haven't really watched a lot of Telugu films in a while. So I've just been kind of doing that, things I don't have time to do, and reading, meditating, getting into yoga more, and spending a lot of time talking to my friends, keeping up with my college friends on Zoom, and, just things I don't normally do, and mostly weeping.
Now, before I let you go, Raja Kumari, is there anything you want to tell the Malaysians watching right now?
You know, I just want to send my love. Thank you so much for the support. You know, I don't know if you know what it feels like for me to know that people around the world are listening to the music, but the fact that there's so many of you in Malaysia that know me and I haven't even stepped foot there, I'm so excited for this to be over, for me to come and visit and meet all of you, and I just appreciate the support.
Much love to you, Raja Kumari, and hope to see you in Malaysia one of these years, okay?
Yes, I promise. I will be there.
Thank you once again, Raja Kumari.
Thank you so much for having me.